Welcome to IQD Dinar News, your go-to source for the latest updates on currency exchange rates, revaluation news, and insights into the Iraqi dinar. Stay informed and ahead of the curve with our timely analysis and breaking developments. In the context of economic systems, bonds are an essential instrument used by governments and corporations to raise capital. They are essentially loans that investors make to the issuer in exchange for periodic interest payments and the eventual return of the principal. Governments issue bonds as a way to finance public projects or to manage national debt. The decision to issue bonds often indicates a broader economic strategy, reflecting a country's fiscal health, its need for investment, and its readiness to participate in the global financial system. When the paragraph mentions that they're achieving bonds, it refers to the process by which the government of Iraq is issuing bonds. This process serves several economic purposes. Bonds can act as a tool to manage liquidity within the economy. By issuing bonds, the government essentially raises funds from investors, which it can then use for various purposes such as infrastructure projects, social programs, or paying off existing debt. Importantly, the issuance of bonds can also signal to international investors that the country is becoming a more stable and predictable place to invest. This is crucial for a country like Iraq, which has faced political instability, conflict, and economic challenges in the past. The phrase "soaking up money off the street" likely refers to the process by which the government or central bank seeks to reduce the amount of physical money in circulation. In many developing economies, there can be large amounts of money hoarded by the public. This money might be held in the form of cash savings that are not being actively used in the economy. Hoarding is often a response to insecurity, whether political, economic, or social. People may hold on to their money as a safety net, preferring to keep it in their possession rather than spending or investing it. However, hoarded money can be a problem for the economy. When too much money is sitting idle, it can contribute to inflationary pressures, as the money supply grows without corresponding growth in goods and services. Additionally, the lack of investment or spending can hinder economic growth and development. The issuance of bonds provides a mechanism to remove this idle money from the economy. By offering bonds, the government gives people an alternative to hoarding cash or investing it in bonds instead. This creates a channel for money to flow back into the economy, where it can be used productively, rather than sitting idle. The bonds, in essence, soak up the excess money that would otherwise remain out of circulation. When the paragraph refers to the hoarded money being put into circulation, it is emphasizing the need for economic activity and productivity. For a country to grow and modernize, its money needs to be in constant circulation. This means that individuals, businesses, and institutions must be willing to spend, invest, and lend. The issuance of bonds helps stimulate this process. By attracting investors to buy bonds, the government is effectively pulling money out of the informal, hoarded economy and redirecting it into more formal, productive channels. This is a positive sign of economic stabilization, as it suggests that the public is gaining confidence in the financial system and is willing to invest their money rather than hold on to it. The paragraph then moves on to discuss the broader implications of these actions, suggesting that Iraq is setting the stage for internationalism. This term likely refers to the process by which Iraq is preparing to integrate itself more fully into the global economy. Internationalism in this context refers to Iraq's efforts to align itself with international economic standards, practices, and policies. This can include opening up its markets to foreign investment, participating in global trade, and adopting international financial regulations. The idea that Iraq is setting the stage for internationalism is significant because it signals a shift in the country's economic strategy. For years, Iraq has faced challenges that have hindered its ability to fully participate in the global economy. These challenges include political instability, security concerns, and the need for significant infrastructure improvements. However, the issuance of bonds and the efforts to bring hoarded money into circulation are both signs that Iraq is taking steps to modernize its economy and make it more attractive to international investors. In order for Iraq to fully embrace internationalism, it must take several key steps. These include improving its financial system, ensuring the stability of its currency, establishing strong legal frameworks for business and investment, and creating an environment where foreign companies feel safe to operate. Bonds are an important part of this process. They provide a way for Iraq to signal to the world that it is serious about its economic development and is taking measures to ensure financial stability. By issuing bonds, Iraq not only raises capital for its own projects but also demonstrates its commitment to participating in the global financial system. The paragraph also mentions that Iraq's bond issuance is a very good telling sign that Iraq is just about ready to open her doors. This phrase suggests that Iraq is preparing to move away from the economic isolation it has experienced in the past and is ready to open its economy to greater foreign influence and investment. Opening the doors to international markets is a major step for any country. It involves making the economy more transparent, improving the ease of doing business, and ensuring that international norms and standards are met. For Iraq, this transition would be particularly important. The country has vast natural resources, including oil, which make it a potentially lucrative market for foreign investment. However, the political and economic challenges it has faced in recent decades have made it difficult to attract the kind of investment that could fuel long-term growth. The decision to issue bonds and address the issue of hoarded money is an important part of Iraq's strategy to build investor confidence and set the stage for economic openness. The process of opening doors to internationalism is not without its challenges. Iraq will need to ensure that its economic policies are aligned with those of other nations, particularly in the areas of trade, finance, and investment. It will also need to demonstrate that it has the infrastructure and governance systems in place to support international business. This will require substantial investments in education, technology, and the rule of law. The issuance of bonds is just one step in this process, but it is an important one, as it shows that Iraq is taking concrete actions to modernize its financial system and integrate into the global economy. Moreover, the decision to issue bonds and bring hoarded money into circulation may also have implications for the country's domestic economy. It can help stabilize inflation, encourage investment, and promote economic growth. As bonds are sold to domestic and international investors, the capital raised can be used to finance projects that will improve the country's infrastructure, create jobs, and enhance the quality of life for its citizens. This is particularly important in a country like Iraq, where there is significant potential for growth, but also significant challenges to overcome. In conclusion, the decision to issue bonds and bring hoarded money into circulation is a key part of Iraq's broader economic strategy to transition toward internationalism. It signals the country's readiness to open its doors to foreign investment and participation in the global economy. While this process will take time and effort, it represents an important step forward in Iraq's efforts to modernize its economy and integrate more fully into the international system. By taking these steps, Iraq can begin to realize its potential as a key player in the global economy, with increased investment, trade, and growth opportunities. Thanks for tuning in to IQD Dinar News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For more updates on the Iraqi dinar and global currency trends, hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.